Hi there. So this is the video where I'm going to show you how to create your account on Astro, astro.com. That's the site I have up here. You don't have to add all this weird stuff after the astro.com. You're going to go there and sign up for an account. And then you're going to log in. You might already be logged in, but if not, I'm just going to show you the process. Going here, and it will pull up all of your accounts below. I think you can have 11 accounts, or excuse me, 11. You can have 100 accounts. Um, and then you're going to go to this little sandwich thing, go to free horoscopes. Horoscopes at a glance. You're going to have this screen show up, and I'm going to show you how to create your chart so that it's in whole sign and so that you have activated the Chiron aspects. So we can see aspects to Chiron, very important for the Chiron class. Okay, so my data is below, so all you're going to need to do is go to add to start a new, add somebody new. And for the purposes of this one, I'm actually going to add the upcoming full moon in Aries because I have to anyway. And so I'm just going to show you how this is done. This is an event. Of course, if you're doing your own chart, you'd push female or male. And go. Happening in the morning. So be sure you got the times in, the right AM, PM format. I like triple check this every time. And select country, and then of course you're going to put whatever birth town you were born in. But I'm going to want to look at this from where I live, in Humphrey, New York. Okay, so this is then going to pull up the chart, and I'm asking that if you're going to submit your chart for the class, or let me just say it this way. It's very early right now, so if you want to look at your chart for the purposes of our Chiron class, I'm asking you to do it in whole signs. There's the default is probably Placidus up here, as it usually is. I'm not against Placidus. I look at Placidus pretty frequently. When I do natal charts, I compare 3 different chart house systems. That's what this is. But for the purpose of the Chiron class, please have your chart in whole sign, because if you have submitted your chart to me, or your data for me to create a chart, that's how I've created it, and you don't want it to look different and then get all confused. This is probably the easiest way to look at a chart in whole sign when you're new to it. Then you need to scroll down, and you want to go under aspects here and click aspects to Chiron. For the purposes of this class, that's really all that's necessary. You can do all objects, which will give you some more information about how like your ascendant and your midheaven are being aspected if you wanted to look at that. But for the class, you want to have this one checked, okay? There's other options you can get into, and sometimes I pick some additionals as well. And actually for this chart, I am going to pick some additionals because there are some pretty big ones happening, but you don't have to do any of this. And then everything else should be fine. I'm going to hit show the chart, and there's my chart. And if you find Chiron on here, which there's Chiron in Aries right now, that's the transiting Chiron, and you will see it's at 18 degrees. and it actually is being aspected. These are all the aspect lines coming off of that. I know it looks like it's um, not, it's Eris that's being aspected, but it's actually this 18-degree Chiron. The way I know is because the 6-degree moon has its line right here, and the little notch mark is actually going to line up with 18 degrees if you count back from, 0 to here is 18. So that's the way I know it's Chiron. And then 24, which is where we have the North Node in Eris, exact, is here. We don't have the North Node aspected in this chart because I didn't select aspects to all objects, and the North Node is not a planet, so it's an object, so blah, 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 it's not showing the aspects there. So you can go back and click that if you want to see all aspects, but it does put on a lot of extra lines to your chart that can be very overwhelming for people. Just be aware of that. I probably would not do that for the purposes of the class anyway. Okay, just make sure you've got your Chiron aspected. And that's that.